Hi guys, welcome to Wacky Wednesday, and today we're going to be setting you a challenge for the month of August. Okay, so for the month of August, except for next week where we're going to have a special episode to celebrate 20 episodes. Can you believe that will be our 20th episode, Elf?
No.
How mad
Because
is that?
it's gone fast.
It has.
It's gone slow, but it's gone fast at the same time.
Yes. But then for the other 3 weeks of the August Wacky Wednesdays, we're going to be showing you updates of our project. So we are going to be making paper mache, I want to say sculptures, but that might be a little bit of an exaggeration. We're going to make some paper mache craft.
Paper mache things.
So we're going to do 2 different methods to give you some ideas. And Dad doesn't really know what he's going to do with his yet, or unless you've decided in the last 5 minutes.
Which I haven't.
But he's going to do one where you cover something inflatable. So you can either use like a beach ball like this, or you can use a balloon. We couldn't find any balloons in our house, could we?
So we went with the strawberry themed beach ball.
Yes. And I'm going to make a unicorn, which I'm very excited about. But I'm going to be making the shapes out of scrunched up newspaper. So we've got 2 different methods, and this one is a bit more versatile.
Yes, this is more what's the word?
Limiting.
Yes, that'll do.
There's still lots of things that are round.
Yes.
But this you can literally make any shape you desire. So we're going. I've got a step before I can start doing the glue stuff.
Okay.
But we're going to show you how to make the glue. It's very easy, and then Dad can get started on covering his beach ball, and I'm going to get started on making my sculpture. If you go on the internet, Pinterest is very good for ideas like this. There are loads and loads of ideas of what you can make. I will maybe link some in the description box of some ideas of what you can do. So, should we make the glue mixture?
Yes,
So
that is the first step.
We are going to use PVA glue and water. If you don't have, I was going to say if you don't have water, you're obviously going to have water. If you don't have PVA glue, you can use flour and water and make like a paste with flour and water. But we're going to use glue because we've got some.
And it's better?
I'm not sure really. I don't think so. It's just a little bit easier and it doesn't make quite so much mess when you're making it.
And we already have glue.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can just make a paste with flour and water. Again, I will link a recipe. It's very simple down below for you to make that if you want to use the flour and water recipe. So we've got a plastic fork that I found in the cupboard.
Nice. State of the art equipment.
Just because I don't want to get a row from our parents for using any of our proper cutlery to mix. And I don't have any like glue mixer things because I'm not in church. We have them in church, but so we're not going to make too much because I don't want to waste it. So we're just going to make a little bit. I'm going to take the lid off though. Oh, there's going to be like a ring of glue on this, isn't there? Oh, what a disappointment.
You were looking forward to the great ring of glue.
I was. You know when you like peel it off? I'm just going to put some glue in here. We're probably going to need more than this, but I'm going to start with that much just because I don't want to.
Absolute dollop.
I don't want to waste it because obviously once we're done with this layer, we've got to wait for it to dry.
And then that'll also
dry. So.
And then the box will be smaller.
Why will the box be smaller?
Because the bottom little bit will just fill with dry
I
liquid.
see.
It'll just become the base of the box.
I see. And then we're going to put some water. I'm not really sure whether there's measurements for this. I'm just kind of like...
Guessing.
Yeah, I don't think it particularly matters as long as there's not too much water in it. But mix it around and you should get like a thin-ish gluey mixture. Probably about half and half, I would say. Like half glue, half water. Actually quite difficult to mix with the end of a fork.
You have proper stirrers, use them.
Yeah, I'm going to put a tiny bit more water in. And give it a mix. If you're using... It's fine, it's going to be messy anyway. If you're using a beach ball and you don't want it to get all gluey, you can use some cling film, which is what I was trying to say just now, to cover it so that when you take it out, it's not all
Sticky and messy.
Stucky?
Stucky.
What is wrong with me? I can't speak. It's not all sticky. So I think
Sticky and yucky.
I think we're good. Ooh, whoops! On this mixture for now.
Yeah, put something over the table you're using.
Yeah,
as well,
like
for
we've
this,
got
for this
a
reason.
ground sheet thing.
A sheet for the ground.
So I'm going to move the glue out of the way for now. So Dab is going to just get started on covering the ball with the first layer of newspaper. So do you know what you're doing, Dab, or do you need me to explain?
Absolutely, I think so. No, actually, explain just in case. It's been a while since
So
I did.
it's not a craft for people that don't like to get their hands dirty.
Should I just leave now?
No.
Okay.
It's definitely not allowed.
I don't mind. I don't mind getting hands.
So you dip. I'll do one for you.
Okay.
So you dip the newspaper in the glue mixture.
So we're not putting cling film on this, are we?
Nah, it's fine. We can just give it a wash. I think it was about £1 anyway.
Okay.
You don't want too much. You don't want it like dripping everywhere. Just kind of do that off the side, and then just place it on like this. Without knocking it off the thing. And then you've got to do that all the way around.
Right.
So we're going to do a good few layers, I think. Maybe 4 layers.
4 layers.
But
okay.
you've got to do them one at a time. You've got to wait for the first layer to dry before you're reading the newspaper.
Maybe.
You've got to wait for the first layer to dry before you can do the next layer.
Right.
So
It's a little bit.
you could just chuck it in, like it doesn't matter. Right, so while Dav's doing that and getting to grips with, just get your hand in there, you're going to get sticky, just deal with it. I'm going to make my unicorn base. So, that's quite noisy, so I'm going to stop talking. So what you're going to need is, you're going to need more newspaper to do this than if you're doing the inflatable one, because you need to scrunch up some newspaper to make the shape that you want. So I'm going to start with these two. I'm going to make a relatively small unicorn because I feel like that's probably more sensible.
We don't have much newspaper either.
We're not like inundated with newspaper, so that's quite a long word to use. I don't usually use words like that. So I'm just going to scrunch this up into a ball.
Aggression with newspaper.
It's not very neat, I'm going to do it again. There we go. So I've got, this is going to be the top of my head. Not my head, the unicorn's head.
You're making yourself
And then,
out of
2 smaller ones to make the nose shape. One there. So I've used half the amount of newspaper to this one. And there's lots of good tutorials on YouTube for specific shapes. You might want to like,
the good old.
sorry I'm interfering, but you might want to do that to stop it all like running down the side. There we go, so I've got my 3...
Don't fall, don't fall.
Hold on to it so it stops popping in. So I've got my 3 balls there, and then I need one more that's going to go like more like a sausage shape under the head as the neck. So this is the only shape we're going to get at the moment. And then once, and you could use this for a horse as well, I guess, couldn't you?
Horse.
And
Yeah.
just don't add the horn. That's kind of what a unicorn is, isn't it?
The unicorn.
So I'm going to hold it that way, I think. And then, oh wait, that's a bit long. It's not a giraffe. Actually, you could use this for a giraffe as well.
Yes. You could use my neck to do a giraffe model.
You'd have to sit there for a few days though.
Yeah, that's...
Wait for it to try and then you can't deflate to you.
So from that point of view, you can't use my neck as a giraffe model.
Is that going to be... You know what, I might need 2 pieces of newspaper. That might be where I'm going wrong here. You've got your shapes, so usually a tutorial will tell you what shapes to make for your kind of base shape. So I'm going to do this and cover it with a few layers of paper mache, and then I'm going to add the ears and the horn once I've got a base. So you could do that with a ball shape as well if you want to have like not just a round object, like if there's things. I've seen one with a balloon that you can make a puffer fish, which look quite cool. So what I'm going to do is, I forgot a scissors, never mind. Wouldn't recommend that. Is just sellotape all of your pieces, first of all together on themselves to stop them unravelling, and then sellotape them to each other. So I'm still thinking that this neck is a bit long, but never mind.
I've not looked up the whole time I've been doing this. I currently just see a bunch of paper.
Yeah, it'll look like a unicorn, hopefully.
I will give you time to finish your masterpiece.
And then I'm going to stick the pieces together then as well. If the sellotape doesn't stick to itself. Thanks, sellotape, for your help. I really appreciate it.
Are you talking to sellotape?
I am, yeah. If you've got masking tape, that's what it is, isn't it? That papery tape.
I don't actually know.
You need to cover any dry bits.
Well...
No, as in like...
With glue.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah, if you've got masking tape in the house, that will work better because the newspaper will and the glue will stick better to masking tape because it's paper based and not like plasticky sellotape material.
Yes.
But we don't have any, so I'm just going to use sellotape and pretty much hope for the best, to be honest. Like,
as with most of these.
Yeah. Call it a day here with the sellotape because I don't want to use like tons of sellotape because it's not going to stick otherwise. So I'm going to just attempt now to start covering my unicorn head shape and see how it goes. So we're just going to do like a ton of this and see how it goes. So we have done our first layer of paper mache, so that's the newspaper dipped in the glue and then stuck onto our shapes. We've now got to wait for these to dry. I'm not sure how long they're going to take, but in our next video we will let you know. So the next video will be in 2 weeks, so not next week. Next week we've got a special... Should we tell them what it is?
No.
No?
No.
But maybe they won't watch if we don't tell them.
No, because the surprise, the element of surprise keeps people enticed and, you know, they make them like, oh, we need to at least find out what it is and then see if it's any good.
I guess so. But it's going to be funny, hopefully.
Yes, hopefully.
So, yes, I think we are done for today's video. So, if you've got any questions, feel free to put them in the comments or send us a message on Facebook or Instagram. Yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Indeed.
You can make whatever you want. I'm now playing with mushy newspaper.
Nice.
Oh, look.
I don't know if the sound's getting picked up.
Not if you're talking.
I think you're enjoying this a little too much.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. So we will see you next week for our special video, and then we will see you every week in August for a little update, just a 5-minute video on how we're doing with our projects.
Yes.